everybody, I'm Dan Murrell, here to talk about something really quite special. I had a couple of other ideas for videos today, but I decided to do something else because this is really a rare opportunity. I don't know if you've heard, but there is a new version of The War of the Worlds starring Ice Cube that was released on streaming a few days ago. I had no plans to watch this movie, much less make a video about it. However, since War of the Worlds released on Thursday, I kept seeing little bits about it pop up on the internet, and after watching a couple of clips that frankly piqued the most morbid elements of my curiosity, I decided to watch it for myself. And what I found was shocking.
They knew exactly where they were going, and they are systematically eliminating resources and our ability to coordinate a response. Here, let me show you.
Now, you know me, you know this channel. I'm not one for hyperbole or exaggeration, but I can comfortably say that this War of the Worlds is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. The kind of bad that you only stumble on every year or two. And
oh my goodness. So listen, I don't do movie reviews on this channel, and I don't want you to consider this as one. I want you to view this video as more of a public service announcement, because I want to warn black people so that they don't have to go through the trauma that I just went through. Okay, so maybe if I can save some lives out there, this is the reason for this video. So there is a video with Ice Cube as the star of the movie for 2 hours. War of Worlds. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but I heard a lot of bad reviews, people, dogging on the movie, and I'm thinking to myself, people just, they just want to hate a black man succeed, okay? They just want to hate our shine, our excellence. And this is not one of those movies, okay? Let me just say that. I don't know who thought it was a smart idea to give a 2-hour film dedicated to the acting chops of Ice Cube. Okay, I don't know who that person is. That person should be fired. They should be straight to jail, in prison for the rest of their life. Go to the Phantom Zone with General Zod.
What's up, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. Hope you guys are doing well out there on this beautiful warm Tuesday. I'm doing well myself. Now, I, for one, me and Joan watched this War of the Worlds 2025, okay? And I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna recommend that you guys watch it, regardless of what these two right here saying and many others. Now, I'm gonna introduce you to them just for using a little minute of their clip. The first one is Dan Murrell, and he says the movie's bad, as you've seen, and also the amazing Lucas, okay? They are dogging this movie out along with the rest of them. All of them, every review I've ever seen said, about this movie says that this movie is just terrible, it's horrible and everything. I guess it's because they didn't see Ice Cube out there with a gun and some drugs in his hand, distributing to his hood. Maybe that's the reason why they're claiming that, oh, he was so horrible as far as an actor go in this particular movie. But as far as I'm concerned, I've watched some of the I saw the movie Sinners, that they made a big deal about and said it was so great. But look, I watched War of the Worlds, and this movie to me is much better than that. See, the thing is, my personal belief is this movie actually exposed Homeland Security, the Department of Homeland Security, because his character, Ice Cube, which I'm gonna call Craig, because he's always gonna be Craig to me from Friday, okay? And that's all there is to it. Craig then came up, they told him back in the day they was top security of America, okay? Top security and everything. Well, now, yeah, Craig is top security. So much to the point, Craig sitting on his ass watching everything. They hired him to actually watch people as they go through their life. So much to the point, as they're going through their life, they watch every detail. See, this exposes the Department of Homeland Security. It's a lot of gems in this movie that y'all should see. And this is actually happening to us, okay? So much to the point to where, like, what Edward Snowden told us about what our government is actually doing. You see what I'm saying? There's a clip in here where he's actually watched. He even knows if his daughter is eating fruits and vegetables because, well, I'm gonna give it away, she is with child, okay? And he's tapping into the smart refrigerator. They can even do that. If you got a smart TV, if you got a smart refrigerator, whatever it is that they call smart, they watch it. You understand what I'm saying? See, this deal with the smart refrigerator is something that the insurance companies can use to see how you eating, so if they can deny you claims when it comes down to your health. See, this is something else they don't want you to know about. Like I said before, there's all kinds of gems in this movie right here. And as far as I'm concerned, it actually exposes our government, the Department of Homeland Security, because they are gathering data on his own citizens. And that's just what it is. And I think being that this movie exposes that, well, they are actually, or have actually, paid cronies, like probably the two at the beginning of this video right here, you know what I mean, for starters, you know what I mean, to say, oh, don't watch this movie, it's so horrible. I just don't understand what he's talking about. The movie was full of excitement. Now, as far as the this line with War of the Worlds, it started back in, I think, in 1953 with H.G. Wells. Orson Welles did a radio version of it, you know what I'm saying, where he basically read the book on, radio and what have you. Then you have so many other ones where you got Tom Cruise back in 2005. There's other, it's like 7 different War of the Worlds, remakes. This happens to be the last one. Some of them are actually spin-offs, as a matter of fact, TV series and what have you. But see, the main thing is what I'm saying about this show right here is that this is actually coming. They ain't gonna keep making these different, same movie over the years. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't any validity to it, if they wasn't trying to warn the public of what's to come. This is what Revelations is all about. In the book of Revelations is talking all about this right here. You see? So yeah, this is, as far as I'm concerned, very, very entertaining movie. It's a great movie as far as I'm concerned, because see, I can see the gems. There's a part in here, not to give too much of it away, but when these creatures, these metallic creatures, it was made out of metal, came here, the first place they went was to the servers. You know what I mean? The U.S. servers of the Department of Home Security. You know what I'm saying? And they attacked those servers. When you attack the servers, guess what? You can't get on your internet anymore and press buttons to draw up nothing. You can't see anything. Any and everything that runs off that's operated by internet servers or computers or whatever. Even our U.S. Army, the weapons, the planes, everything drops off. You know what I mean? And another thing I seen, of course, with the old Tesla, which I wouldn't own one of them things if somebody gave it to me. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Just like a white grasshopper, just ugly. You know what I mean? But anyway, Craig was sitting up, in his office. His daughter pretty much had gotten in a little trouble. She was like kind of disabled. I'm gonna just tell y'all like that. And he got her one of those cars to get her some medical attention. You see what I'm saying? Easy. All he did, had the car, he tapped into the computer screen. That was, and before he did that, access kept being denied because, internet service was out. But he found a way to get, message to the car, and the car came, picked her up, and took her where she needed to go. That made me think of North Star, what they put on the old school Cadillac Eldorados back in the 90s. You know what I mean? Where they can unlock your car door and all of that kind of stuff if you lock the keys in it. They was telling you then they had access to your stuff. I don't like that. You see what I mean? I don't like that. But yeah, y'all check this movie out. Don't be listening to these reviews. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, we've watched a hell of a whole lot worse. Just like Joan reminded me when we was watching this movie, and they was talking about how horrible it was about the Blair Witch Project. That shit was horrible. And they made a big deal about it. And all they did was got some people with a damn video cam and went out in the damn park at nighttime and pretended like some witch was chasing them. Okay, and oh man, they said that was the best movie of all time. I mean, it was ridiculous. You see what I mean? We could do that. Anybody can do that shit right there. You know what I mean? But like I'm saying, the reason why they really down in this movie right here is because they giving this movie's giving off a lot of gems. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. And they don't want people to know what they are doing. But my thing is this: be prepared. You know, try to be prepared. You know what I'm saying? If y'all can do something with these damn smart TVs and refrigerators in your house, do it. Because they watching everything. They are watching everything. That's what I don't like. You see what I mean? But yeah, something's coming to diffuse all of this eventually. And it ain't gonna end in no Walt Disney moment like this particular ending right here. You know, in this movie happened where, you know, Craig's would-be son-in-law is going to come save the day via a drone by what's this was it not FedEx, Amazon. Okay, Amazon drone. That's what it is. This movie was actually done by Amazon, as a matter of fact, Amazon Prime. So yeah, if you guys can watch it, I recommend that you do, because it's a lot of gems in it. Okay, that's all I got on this one, people. I want you guys to tell me what you think about this particular video right here. I'm interested in hearing your thoughts on it in the comment section. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. People, please remember to live your life as though we're being watched. Simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.